Well, hey everybody, happy Friday. We haven't had a Good Friday little story for a while, so I thought today we would take a look at a simple invention that's touched most of our lives, and you probably never give it any real thought. But what about paper bags? The brown paper bag. It was invented in 1883 in Philadelphia. Let's have a look. There are few things simpler and more functional than the paper bag. Picasso painted on them. The artist Saul Steinberg has used them to create elaborate masks. And Americans consume them at the rate of 40 billion a year. As simple and indispensable as the paper bag is, the invention as we know it today, with its convenient flat bottom and pleated sides, is surprisingly only about 100 years old. Charles Stilwell, the inventor of the brown paper grocery bag, was born on October 6, 1845, in Fremont, Ohio. He enlisted in the Union Army at the age of 17 and served in the Civil War. It was shortly after his discharge that Stilwell began to tinker with inventions, and one of his earliest successes in the summer of 1883 was the first machine to produce paper bags. Paper bags existed before Stilwell's time, but they were pasted together by hand. Their V-shaped bottoms prevented them from standing on their own, and they were not easily collapsible or conveniently stackable. Stilwell's design was a marvel of simple engineering. He named the flat-bottom pleated-side bags SOS, for self-opening sack. The bag could open instantly to its full shape with a snap of the wrist. And its pleats, or gussets, allowed the bag to open quickly and also permitted it to collapse and stack neatly. But the feature that endeared it to most grocers and market baggers was its ability to stand upright, fully open, all by itself. The biggest boom to Stilwell's bag came with the birth of the American supermarket in the 1930s. Never had a single store offered a wider selection of food and household products, all to be carted away in humble brown paper bags. As supermarkets multiplied in response to the country's expanding population, demand for Stilwell's flat-bottom bags grew proportionately. Versatility, strength, and low costs made them a nationwide, then worldwide institution. Today, America's 28,680 supermarkets alone purchase 25 billion bags a year. Charles Stilwell died on November 25, 1919, in Wayne, Pennsylvania, but not before his fertile mind had invented a machine for printing on oilcloth, a movable map for charting the stars, and at least a dozen other brainstorms. The masterpiece of his career, though, is patent number 279505, the machine that made the bag at once indispensable and disposable. So there you have it. That's the history behind the flat-bottomed, pleated-sided grocery bag, the SOS. Well, now you probably think you should hear a groaner, because you haven't heard a groaner for, I don't know how long, but it's been a while. Well, a gentleman who was out for dinner one night decided to try a new gourmet restaurant in his neighborhood, and so he went in and sat down at a table, and almost fell out of his chair when he looked at the exorbitant prices on the menu, but decided since he was there he would order anyway. So the waiter came and took his order, and a while later brought him a very fine china plate with his very tiny meal in the middle of it. But it was artfully presented. The plating of the repast was gorgeous. It was a work of art. The gentleman wasn't impressed with the quantity, though, but he was hungry and decided since he'd ordered it, he wasn't going to get up and leave and go and find another restaurant. So he ate what was there. And shortly after he finished and dabbed his mouth with his linen napkin, the snooty waiter came over to him and said, "Well, sir, how did you find your steak?" To which the customer replied, "Well, I moved a couple of peas and there it was. There you go. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's little story about the brown paper bag, and we'll tune in on Tuesday for Tuesdays with the Pilgrim. Until then, well, wait a second. You can see behind me is my sticker board, my friends board. If you have a sticker for your channel and would like to see it up here on my board, then email me at the email address that I'll put down here, and I'll give you my mailing address, and I would be happy to do a sticker exchange with you. I'd love to have your sticker up here. I don't know if you'd love to have my sticker on your board, but I'd love to have yours on mine. So there you go. Just email me at the address below, and I will work out an exchange with you. Until next Tuesday with Tuesdays with the Pilgrim, and a few fun facts in between, take care, stay safe, and God bless.